lazy guy. Still holed up in your room enjoying the life of a carefree NEET. Honestly, what a joke. Making mom and grandma work while you just sit around unemployed and have them support you. Isn't the father's role to be the head of the family? I'm in high school and even I work part-time. Get a job, lazy old man.
Aren't you supposed to be in class right now?
Oh, finally a reply. Did I hit a nerve and make you sulk?
I've told you 100 times I work from home now. I switched careers to a job where I can work from home.
Sure. Grandma says she doesn't recognize any such thing, remember?
I know. That's why I had to leave her company.
You mean you got fired for going against Grandma, right? Typical NEET. You shouldn't go against people who matter, and that's why it turned out like this.
No, I'm a remote worker. Do you even know what that means?
I think I've seen something like that online. Oh yeah, it's the excuse lazy people use to call themselves self-employed.
Oh, that's not it. There are jobs you can do from home, like game programmers, web writers, video editors, web designers, a lot of jobs. Novelists and comic artists can also be considered remote workers in a way.
So what? It doesn't change the fact that you're still a NEET.
I'm a script writer.
What?
I started doing script writing as a side job even when I worked for Grandma's company, but over time it became harder to balance both. When differences in opinion with Grandma came up, I decided to go full-time as a script writer.
What?
I'm making as much as I did when I worked full-time, so there's no problem.
Oh, please, stop lying.
You still don't believe me?
No! Grandma and Mom both said there's no way anyone can make money doing such a side hustle job. They're both successful people. Grandma's the current CEO and Mom will be the next CEO. Why would I believe anything you say when they say it's impossible?
All right, it's clear we're not getting anywhere with this conversation. I'm on a deadline, so I'm ending this here.
Oh, I see. Because you went against Grandma and got fired, no one else will hire you, huh? Got it. Still a garbage man, huh? Hey, you useless man. I heard from Mom. You're getting divorced, huh?
She told you, huh?
Yeah, I kind of knew it was coming. After all, you didn't even bother looking for a job for 2 whole years after quitting Grandma's company. No wonder Mom got fed up. You should have figured out your position a lot sooner.
Let me make something clear. I'm the one who initiated this divorce.
What?
I'd been thinking about it for a while, but I hesitated because I knew how it would affect you. Even though I know I'm disliked now, I still shared a home with you for all these years.
Oh, please, spare me the sob story. I don't care about your emotional crap. I didn't ask to be raised by a loser like you.
A loser?
Come on, Dad. You were working for Grandma's company in the first place, right? Then you got lucky and Mom, the next heir to the company, picked you up. You two got married, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So basically, you've been living off Grandma and Mom all this time. You were getting a paycheck from them, right? That's basically the same as them supporting you. And now that you're a NEET, it's just embarrassing. You're a parasite, a real drain on everyone.
So that's how you see it, huh?
No, I'm not interpreting anything. I'm just stating facts.
Fine, whatever. It's clear you want Mom to have full custody, and honestly, I'm okay with that. I'm not expecting any understanding from you anymore.
You're still talking about the same old stuff. You really don't get it, do you? You're just throwing a tantrum because Mom's finally done with you. Good luck with that. What a loser.
Good luck with what?
If Mom gets custody, that means you'll have to pay child support. You're in NEET, and now you're getting divorced. How does that feel? You'll be coughing up $2,000 a month for child support. How does it feel to go from freeloading to paying for your own kids' expenses?
That's something you should be saying to the real father, not me.
What? What do you mean by that?
It's simple. I've already moved out. This is the part where you go ask Mom about the details.
Wait, what? What the hell do you mean you've already moved out?
Just like I said, I'm done here. Now go ask your mom. Goodbye.
ask you something. Dad?
It's been a while since I've heard you call me that.
Hey, just tell me, is what you said the other day true?
The other day?
About my real father and that thing you mentioned?
Oh, didn't Mom tell you?
I tried asking her, but it's like she's on edge or something. Grandma's been acting weird too, so I just couldn't bring myself to talk to them about it.
Yeah, I get it. Mom's been dealing with a lot, especially with the company right now. She's doing everything she can just to keep things from falling apart. She even begged me to hold off on the alimony for a while, so I've agreed to that, temporarily.
Alimony?
Yeah, Mom has to pay me alimony.
Wait, what? Why? How could she?
You don't know any of this?
I told you I can't get anyone to tell me. I just need to know. Please, I can't sleep at night thinking about it.
If I tell you, you have to be ready for the consequences. Are you prepared?
I don't care anymore. I need to know.
All right, here's the truth. You're not my biological daughter.
What?
I married your mom when you were 2. She was a single mom when I met her. I knew what I was getting into.
So, you're not really my dad?
We talked about adopting you at first, but in the end, your mom and grandma decided against it. So now, after the divorce, we're nothing to each other. No family ties anymore.
I didn't know.
And the reason we're getting divorced? It's because your mom cheated on me. She never truly cut ties with your real father.
What?
Here's where it all ties into Grandma's company. Your mom's lover is the CEO of a company we've been working with.
The CEO? What does that have to do with anything?
The CEO is a son-in-law of another family. And once your mom's affair came to light, the whole situation blew up. Your real father being exposed as your mom's lover led to a massive scandal. He was forced out of his position, and the company was furious. They cut ties with Grandma's business, and now everything's crashing down.
Wait, so Mom's affair has caused a collapse in Grandma's company?
Exactly. This scandal has caused irreparable damage to the company's reputation. Grandma's business is about to go bankrupt, and all that financial security we had is gone. You're gonna feel the impact too, so get ready.
But I didn't do anything. What does this have to do with me?
It's not about blame, it's just reality. The company's about to fold, and you're gonna lose everything you've known. Your life's about to change.
What about Mom?
She's in the same boat. The debts, the alimony, everything. You'll have to adjust to a completely different life now.
This can't be happening. What am I supposed to do now?
Honestly, I don't know. But don't come asking me for help. I can't fix this.
But you were my father for so long. I don't know what to do without you in my life.
I know it's hard, but things have changed. I'm not the same person anymore. And neither are you.
How can you be so cold about this? You're just going to leave me to deal with this mess alone?
I'm already out of this. I'm done with this family. There's nothing left for me here.
You can't just walk away. You were supposed to be my family.
I'm sorry, but you have to understand, this is how it is. I'm leaving. I have a meeting with my TV project. I'm starting something new.
A TV project? What are you talking about?
I'm a screenwriter now. I've got my biggest opportunity yet, so I can't stay here and keep talking about this.
What about me? What about us? You can't just leave me like this.
I've already transferred money for your school expenses. Take care of it yourself. Don't let Mom or Grandma take it from you. That's all I can do for you. Goodbye.
Please, don't leave me like this.
Goodbye. After everything that had happened, the calls from my ex-daughter kept coming, one after the other. It felt like they'd never stop. At first I thought I might pick up, maybe hear her out, but then I realized that it wasn't fair to keep her hopes up. It wasn't right to give her the illusion that things could go back to how they were before. So I blocked her number. It was the only way to make sure she stopped contacting me. And as painful as it was, I knew it was the only thing that could help her move on and accept the situation. Soon after, the news came that my ex-mother-in-law's company had gone bankrupt. It was almost as if everything that had been set in motion was unraveling. I had predicted this would happen, the failure, the collapse, and it wasn't a surprise. What did catch me off guard, however, was the realization that she and my ex-wife had been planning on using my daughter's savings to pay off their mounting debts. They had been scheming to get their hands on the money for a while, and when my daughter was out at school, they went as far as rummaging through her room, searching for the bank book to access her savings. I can't even begin to describe the anger that bubbled up when I found out about this. The fact that they could use a child's savings like that without any second thought was infuriating. But it also became painfully clear to me what kind of people they really were. Greedy, manipulative, and without any sense of responsibility. They had put my daughter in a position where she had to take care of them instead of the other way around. When my daughter realized the extent of what had been happening, she finally understood the situation she was in. It was a harsh lesson to learn, but it was also a turning point for her. She had always been naive, believing that her family had her best interests at heart. But when she found out what they had been doing, how they had been using her, she took action. She took the bank book that had always been with her, clutched it tightly, and fled. She didn't hesitate. She didn't look back. My daughter ran to her grandmother's house, the only place she could think of for safety. It was there that she sought help, hoping to find refuge from the chaos that had been her life for so long. Thankfully, her grandmother took her in. She didn't turn her away, even though things had been strained between them. My daughter was allowed to stay there until she graduated from high school, a lifeline she didn't expect but desperately needed. The relief I felt when I heard from my ex-sister-in-law through my daughter that she was safe and apologetic was a mix of emotions. I was glad that my daughter had made it out, that she was finally able to escape the grasp of the people who tried to control her. But at the same time, I couldn't shake the feeling of sadness and regret. My ex-daughter had been placed in a position where she had no choice but to grow up too quickly. She had to see things she shouldn't have, deal with situations that no child should have to face. And yet, despite everything, she still had the courage to reach out and apologize. It wasn't a full reconciliation, but it was a sign that she was finally starting to understand the world around her. It wasn't long after that I learned more about what had been going on in their lives. My ex-wife and her mother had been planning for this moment for a while, slowly sinking deeper into debt while pretending everything was fine. They had convinced themselves that they could keep up appearances for just a little longer, but when the company went under, it all came crashing down. The facade was shattered, and the consequences were inescapable. I also found out that my ex-wife had tried to manipulate my daughter into helping pay off their debts. It was the ultimate betrayal, trying to use her own child's savings to cover their mistakes. My daughter, though young and still struggling with the reality of it all, saw through their lies. She realized what had been happening behind her back, and it made her realize just how much she had been taken for granted. After everything she had gone through, after the emotional abuse and manipulation, my daughter finally took control of her life. She took the bank book and she left. That was a powerful moment, one that I hoped she would never forget. It was a sign of her strength, of her resilience. For the first time in her life, she was standing up for herself. The fallout from the bankruptcy wasn't just financial. The emotional damage was just as significant. My ex-wife and her mother were left to pick up the pieces, but they had no one to turn to. They had alienated everyone in their lives with their greed and manipulation. When they tried to make amends, it was too late. No one trusted them anymore. As for my daughter, she had a long road ahead of her, but I felt a sense of relief knowing that she was no longer under their control. She had a chance to rebuild her life, to start over. She had her grandmother's support, and while things weren't perfect, it was a start. I hoped she would find peace, that she would heal from the wounds they had inflicted on her. I couldn't help but feel a sense of guilt, though. I had been absent from her life for so long. I had let myself become wrapped up in my own struggles and battles, and in doing so, I had failed to protect her when she needed it the most. But I couldn't change the past. All I could do now was support her, even from a distance, and be there when she needed me. I couldn't undo the damage, but I could offer her the chance to rebuild, to move forward with her life. It was a strange feeling. Relief mixed with guilt, sadness intertwined with hope. My daughter's apology had been a step in the right direction, but it didn't erase the pain she had been through. It didn't make up for the years of manipulation and betrayal, but it was a beginning. It was a sign that, despite everything, she was still capable of love, still capable of growth. And for me, that was enough. For now. As for my ex-wife and her mother, I didn't know what the future held for them. They had made their choices, and now they had to live with the consequences. But for my daughter, I hoped that the future was brighter. She deserved a life free from their control, a life where she could thrive and be herself, and I would do everything I could to help her get there. It was a painful and difficult journey, but in a way it had brought me clarity. I couldn't change what had happened, but I could choose what happened next. I could choose to move forward, to give my daughter the life she deserved. I didn't know what the future held, but I was determined to make sure she never felt like she was alone again. I would be there for her, even if it meant taking a back seat, even if it meant letting her lead her own way. That, at least, was the least I could do for her. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Rebecca, are you serious right now? Another night out without a single text?
Oh, come on. Don't act like I owe you a minute-by-minute itinerary. I'm not your employee.
No, you're supposed to be my wife. You disappear whenever it's inconvenient, and I'm supposed to just sit here and guess?
Wow, just because I didn't text doesn't mean I'm some kind of criminal. I need a break. Ever heard of that?
A break from what exactly? You barely do anything around the house as it is.
Excuse me? I do plenty. Just because I don't parade around with a vacuum doesn't mean I'm lazy.
Don't even try it. I do the laundry, I do the cleaning. You cook maybe once a week when the stars align.
Oh, how noble. A husband who does chores. Want a medal, a parade, maybe a fan club.
You think this is funny? You vanish, refuse to reply, and act like it's all beneath you.
Because it is. I'm not some robot built to scrub floors and smile for your convenience. I have a life.
That life doesn't include respect for your husband? For your home?
Respect goes both ways. And honestly, you lost my respect the moment you started nagging me like a desperate old man.
Unbelievable. You know what? I've had it. This whole thing, this marriage, whatever it's supposed to be, it's a joke.
Wow, dramatic much?
Don't gaslight me. I've got every right to be angry. You come and go like some damn guest in a hotel.
I expect you to act like a grown man, not a sulky teenager.
You want honesty? Fine. Let's put all our cards on the table then. I know about your affair.
Huh?
Don't play dumb. I know you're cheating on me.
Wow, you really went there.
You thought I wouldn't find out? You thought your little vanishing acts and secret meetups wouldn't catch up with you?
Okay, first of all, I didn't think you'd notice. You're usually too busy wiping down countertops and counting dust bunnies.
So you admit it?
I mean, yeah. Honestly, hiding it got boring. You want the truth? I'm with him right now.
You're disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
Oh, please, spare me the wounded husband routine. You knew I was checked out ages ago.
You're with him right now, and you still have the audacity to speak to me like that?
Audacity? No, darling. That's called honesty. I'm just done pretending.
I already know who he is. I've looked into him. I'm filing for divorce.
Wow, look at you, taking initiative for once. I'm impressed.
I'm serious. This is over.
That's fine. I'd love nothing more than to be rid of you immediately, but I need you to give me 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yeah, I've got a trip planned with him. Our flights and everything are all non-refundable, so let me enjoy it, then we can do the paperwork.
Even in divorce, you're still thinking about no one but yourself. Unreal.
Hey, at least I'm giving you a heads up this time, right?
This is our marriage, Rebecca. This is our life. And you're treating it like it's some inconvenience between spa weekdays and adulterous weekends.
Because that's exactly what it is. Don't worry, I'll be back in 2 weeks, all tanned and glowing, ready to sign whatever you want. Consider it my farewell gift.
Don't you dare disappear on me again.
Please, don't act like you have any power over me. Jason, I'm sorry to bother you at work, but something terrible happened. Please, can I call?
I'm on the train right now, Shawnee. I can't talk, but tell me what's going on. I'm reading.
It's Mom and Dad. They were in a really bad accident. A truck ran the light and hit them at full speed.
What? Oh my God, that's terrible. How are they? Are they hurt?
Pretty badly, yeah. They're both unconscious right now. They were taken by ambulance to the general hospital. They rushed them straight into emergency surgery. I'm here now, and I've just been waiting for updates, and I don't know what to do.
Oh God, how's their condition? Are they stable? Did the doctors say anything?
They said Dad has internal bleeding. His heart stopped once on the way in. Mom has a head injury and multiple broken bones. It's serious, Jason. It's really serious.
I'm getting off at the next station. I'll come right away.
Thank you. I didn't know who else to call. I've been trying to reach Rebecca too, but she's not responding. She won't pick up and her phone is off or something.
I know. It's off because she turned it off herself. She left this morning for a trip with her boyfriend.
A trip with her? What? You're kidding.
I wish I were. I confronted her last night. She admitted everything. She said she needed a vacation. She said she'd be gone for 2 weeks. I hate to drop this bomb on you at a time like this, but it is what it is.
But this is an emergency. Our parents might not make it through tonight. She has to come back.
You could try messaging her again, but I wouldn't count on it. She made it very clear she didn't want to be contacted.
That's... I don't understand. What kind of person hears something like this and just keeps relaxing on a beach?
The kind who doesn't see herself as part of this family anymore.
I'm still going to try. Maybe she'll listen if it comes from me. Please tell me she'll at least read a message.
I hope she does, but I honestly doubt she'll respond. She barely acknowledges me at this point.
God, I can't believe this is happening. Why now? Why would she run off now of all times?
Because she doesn't care. Or maybe she does, but not enough.
I feel sick. I feel like I'm the only one trying to hold this family together, and it's all falling apart in my hands.
You're not alone, Shawnee. I'm on my way. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Okay. Well, I know it's selfish to ask this, but please hurry. I don't know how much longer I can sit here by myself.
Rebecca, answer your damn phone. Shawnee's been trying to reach you all day. It's your parents. This is serious. I can tell that you're reading these, Rebecca, so I won't let you pretend like you didn't notice this. Your mom and dad were in a car accident. A truck ran a red light and crashed into them. They were taken to the hospital in an ambulance. Shawnee's there right now with them. Please, Rebecca, for God's sake, say something. Answer me. This isn't about me. It's your family.
Wow, clingy much? I open my phone to check my flight info and get bombarded with notifications like I'm some kind of celebrity. I'm literally at the airport gate, Jason. Do you expect me to cancel my trip just because you're feeling dramatic?
Drama? This isn't drama. Your parents were rushed into emergency surgery. They're in critical condition and they might not survive the night.
Okay, first of all, emergency surgery sounds scarier than it probably is. You people love overreacting. I skimmed your messages. They looked long and stressful, so I stopped reading after the first couple.
You skimmed a set of messages about your parents almost dying?
I was already late getting to the terminal, and I don't do well with panic vibes. They're not my thing, especially when I'm about to go on vacation.
Every time I think you couldn't possibly disgust me anymore, you prove me wrong. I don't even have words for you.
Great, then maybe stop texting?
You're really just going to fly off on a vacation while your own family is in critical condition?
Yep, I planned this trip weeks ago. I'm not throwing it away because my mom didn't look both ways before crossing the road.
Rebecca, that's your mother you're talking about.
Don't act like you care more than I do. I just express myself differently. You express it through being obnoxious to me about nothing, and I express it through cocktails and ocean views.
Go to hell, Rebecca. Seriously.
Not before I get back from my vacation in paradise. Anyway, this conversation is draining my battery and my patience. Turning the phone off again. See you in 2 weeks. Or not. I'm back! I just touched down a few minutes ago. I'm still feeling sun-kissed and absolutely fabulous. Guam was everything I needed and more. Ocean views from the suite, room service every morning, and I finally got that full-body massage I've been dreaming about. This was the total reset that I've needed for ages. You'll love this. My boyfriend surprised me with a couple's parasailing session. And let's just say, we made the most of that ocean breeze. Oh, and one night he passed out early, so I ended up spending the night with this ridiculously hot bartender. Things might have gotten a little steamy. What happens in Guam, right?
That's all you have to say? 2 weeks of silence, and this is what you come back with?
Excuse me?
You ignored every message, every call, even from Shawnee. Your parents were fighting for their lives and you were out making steamy memories.
Oh, for God's sake, I saw the message. I'm not blind. I read, the first few lines before we took off, remember? But honestly, it sounded kind of vague. Emergency surgery or whatever. You people love your panic language.
They were in critical condition. Your father flatlined. Your mother had a brain bleed. We didn't know if they'd live through the night.
And stressing from a beach resort would have changed that? No, I made a choice to focus on my mental health.
Mental health? You were drinking cocktails and cheating on your boyfriend. All while cheating on me to begin with. This vacation was a cheatception.
Self-care comes in many forms, Jason. Some of us actually know how to enjoy life. Besides, I picked up a few local snacks and those cute tourist t-shirts. I figured I'd swing by the hospital later, drop off some goodies.
Don't bother.
Why not? They're probably sick of hospital food. Something sweet could lift their spirits.
Your parents are gone, Rebecca.
What? Wait, what do you mean, gone? As in, they were discharged?
As in, we'll talk about it later. For now, just get back here.
Jason, what are you talking about? What happened to my parents?
We'll talk about that after we talk about our divorce.
Come on, you can't just drop a line like that and say, I'll tell you later. What's going on with my parents? Jason, I just got to the house and it's completely gutted. I looked through the windows, everything's gone. No furniture, kitchen stuff, curtains, nothing. What the hell is this? Where did it all go? I asked the neighbor and they said Shawnee came by and told them she was selling the place. Selling it? Are you kidding me? Why wasn't I told? That's my family's house.
It's Shawnee's house. She's had it in her name since the renovation 2 years ago.
Oh, spare me the legal crap. That's still my home. She had no right to pack up and vanish without saying a word.
She moved out. No one was living there anymore.
I was going to move back in, eventually.
You mean after your lover kicked you out?
You're really enjoying this, huh? Just watching everything fall apart and pretending you're above it all?
I'm not pretending anything. I'm stating facts.
Don't act like you're some saint, and Shawnee doesn't get to erase me from the family just because she's suddenly allergic to loyalty.
She doesn't owe you anything, Rebecca, and neither do I.
Tell me where she went right now.
I don't know. She never told me, and I never asked. Keep in mind, this is the woman who very shortly is going to be nothing to me but my ex-wife's sister. She doesn't have any obligation to inform me of all her life decisions.
Wow, you're both pathetic.
Coming from the woman who cheated on the man she was cheating on her husband with, pathetic doesn't mean much. Now get over here so we can get divorced.
No, screw you. I'm going to my boyfriend's place. I'll write the divorce papers myself and send them over. You can file them without ever seeing me again.
All right, that works too.
I'm calling Shawnee. Let's see how long she lasts trying to shut me out. Shawnee, what the hell is going on? I just got to the house and it's completely empty. I'm talking bare walls, no lights, no furniture. It's like the place got sucked into a black hole. Are you seriously not going to tell me what's happening? Where's all Mom and Dad's stuff? Why didn't anyone call me? Hello, Rebecca. Oh, don't give me that hello, Rebecca. What is that supposed to mean? Is that how you talk to your sister now, after everything we've been through together? You don't get to pretend I'm just some random stranger. Everything we've been through together is exactly why I've come to this point. The point where I'm forced to say that I don't have a sister. Not anymore. Excuse me? Is this a joke? Are you actually playing the I don't know her game like we're in some high school drama? What am I then? Just some dead name on the family tree? Someone I used to know. Someone I can no longer recognize. Oh, give me a break. I go off the grid for 2 weeks and suddenly I've been erased from existence? You think that gives you the right to pack up and disappear like some ghost? Sell the house? What, was that supposed to punish me? You weren't off the grid, Rebecca. You were sipping mojitos in Guam and bragging about cheating with your boyfriend while our parents were hooked up to machines. Oh my God, are you still being dramatic about that? I skimmed the messages, all right, but you were vague. You didn't say it was life or death. I begged you to come back. Well, excuse me for needing a break from this toxic family. I needed space. That doesn't mean I stopped caring. You didn't care, not even a little. You ignored every message. And then you laughed about it. You sent photos of poolside cocktails while I was sitting in a hospital corridor, not knowing if Mom would wake up. Okay, you know what? I didn't ask for a guilt trip. I asked what happened to the house. You could have stayed. You could have waited until I got back. But no, you just took it all and vanished, like you couldn't wait to erase me. You were never planning to come back for our parents. You came back because your little fantasy collapsed. You got dumped. Excuse me? Who told you that? Jason did. He sent a letter to your boyfriend while you were still on vacation. He told him everything, that you were married, that you'd been lying to him from the start. The moment he got back and saw it, he kicked you out of his apartment. Isn't that right? Hey, I did not get kicked out of his house. I texted him just before I texted you and asked if I could stay with him. And, well, he told me he didn't want to see me anymore. But my personal matters are none of your business. Trying to crawl back to the family home is my business, especially when that house is in my name. You thought you'd just slide back in like nothing ever happened? I had nowhere else to go, okay? You think it's fun being abandoned? You think it's easy knowing everyone's talking behind your back and locking the damn doors? Why is everyone treating me like I'm worthless, like I don't matter at all? Maybe because that's how you treated the rest of us. We were just background noise to your little escape plan. You're seriously judging me right now? Like you're so perfect? Newsflash, you're not. You just sit around waiting for people to screw up so you can play Ice Queen and act above it all. No, Rebecca, I stayed. I showed up. I answered every call. I paid the bills. I handled the paperwork. I held Mom's hand while she was lying in a coma in her hospital room. Where were you? Don't do this. Just tell me one thing, please. When Jason said our parents were gone, what did he mean? Where are they? He meant exactly what he said. No, don't give me riddles, Shawnee. I need a real answer. Just tell me they're okay. Please, I can't take the silence anymore. Are they alive? You'll find out in time. For now, you can sit with the silence you gave the rest of us. You can't do this to me. I'm your sister. I already told you, Rebecca. Not anymore. You're not. You're really cutting me off. After everything we've been through, you can't even look me in the eye and tell me the truth. I don't owe you closure. Not after everything. I'm changing my number. You won't be able to reach me again. This is the last message you'll ever get from me. Wait! Shawnee, please, don't leave me like this. Goodbye, Rebecca. Jason, I just got back to the apartment. All your stuff is gone. Your closet's empty, your shoes, your books, everything. And on the table, you left the divorce papers. They're already signed, I see. You also left a business card for a lawyer? Were you even planning to talk to me? Or did you just move out in the middle of the night like a coward? Did you wait at all? You said we were going to talk. You said we were going to sort this out.
I waited. I was ready to have the conversation. Right up until the moment I realized you had no intention of showing up. I've officially moved out. From now on, any communication about the divorce should go through my attorney. His contact info is on the card. Also, the lease ends at the end of the month. Good luck.
That's it? That's seriously all you have to say? I broke up with him, okay? The guy is gone. I ended it. Doesn't that mean anything to you? Can't we at least try again? We were married, Jason. You don't just erase that like it's nothing. Jason? Please answer me. Just say something.
Shawnee asked me not to correct Rebecca's misunderstanding right away. Let her sit with the weight of gone for a while, she said. That was her version of justice. In reality, her parents survived, but it was an incredibly close call. They've since been moved to a university hospital where they're steadily recovering. As for Rebecca, she's learning that betrayal has a price. She got absolutely nothing from me in the divorce. The judge wasn't very sympathetic with her. But that's not the best part. Her ex-lover, the one she vacationed with while her parents were in surgery, found out the truth when he got home and read my letter. He realized who Rebecca really was, a filthy, rotten cheater who promised him a future but gave him nothing but lies. He paid for the whole tropical getaway, flights, hotel, champagne suites, thinking that he would propose to her after they got back. She told him that she was single and wanted to marry him. So now he's suing her for fraud and unjust enrichment, claiming he never would have spent a cent if he'd known she was another man's wife. And while Rebecca deals with that lawsuit, she's got no home, no support, and no sympathy. And for someone who used to treat people like stepping stones, well, now she's learning what it feels like to be the one walked over.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Heather, I happen to hear that your family is going on a trip, and I heard that you're renting a whole villa in Hawaii. I'm so jealous. Hi, Christine. Hawaii! A villa! Where did you hear about it? I heard the kids talking about it. Oh, okay. You're going to spend the holidays next month at the villa, right? Yes. Take me too! Huh? I've only been to Hawaii when I was in elementary school with my parents. I bet a lot of things changed, and we're staying at a villa this time. I'm so excited. Christine, I'm sorry, but I hope you could refrain from joining. Huh? Why? We're going on a family trip. We don't want strangers to be a part of it. Huh? Strangers? We're mom friends, but you call me a stranger? You're so mean, Heather. I meant people that aren't part of the family. I'm sorry if it sounded mean, but please don't misunderstand my intentions. Because, to sum things up, my husband, who had a job transfer and works away from home, finally got some time off, and it's a family trip after 2 years. Please let us spend some family time. Family time, huh? By the way, your husband's name is Thomas, right? Huh? Yes, you're right. I had a chance to see him the other day. He used to go to ABC High School, no? Yes, but why? He was a senior at my high school. Huh? Really? When we walked past each other the other day, he recognized who I was and he looked so surprised. Tell him I said hi. Okay.
Heather, I'm so sorry. It looks like I have to work all night.
Huh? What happened?
Something happened in our client's system, and we have to go deal with it now. The problem seems so huge that the employee in charge might not be able to fix it alone, so I have to go with him. I'm sure it's going to be a challenge, so I don't think I can go home today.
Okay. Well, I guess it's pretty common for this to happen if you're a system engineer.
I'm sorry this happened when we thought things would get better after I came back from working away from home.
It's fine. It's part of your job. Be careful not to get sick.
Thanks.
Oh, by the way, do you still have some time? There's something I wanted to tell you about.
Huh? Sure, I still have some time to text. What's up?
It's about one of my mom friends who lives in our neighborhood. Do you know who Christine is?
Huh?
She said she was your junior at high school.
Are you talking about Christine Miller? Oh, Miller was her old last name. I was disgusted when I walked past someone who looked like her, but I guess it was really her. And she's your mom friend? Gosh.
So you know her?
How should I say this? She had a crush on me one-sidedly.
Huh, is that so?
But she never confessed her feelings for me. She just kept on hitting on me in weird ways.
Weird ways?
She would wait for me at the hallway or stairs and walk past me as if it was a coincidence, or she'd put undercooked chocolate cake in my desk for Valentine's Day. There was also a time when she was wandering around my house.
Huh? She's basically a stalker.
You think so too? According to my friend, Christine's stalking was pretty famous at school back then.
I see. And that Christine told me to tell you that she said hi.
Huh?
And she asked if she can also join our family trip next month.
What?
I think she still has a thing for you.
Stop it. I never had any feelings for her, now and back then.
Yeah, I can see that from how you talked about your past. She's famous for being annoying, so I think she'll somehow find a way to join our family trip.
I think so too.
I guess we should be prepared for it.
Yup, for sure. Oops, sorry, I'm about to arrive at my client's. Let's talk about it again tomorrow.
Okay, got it. I'm sorry to mention it when you're busy.
No problem. Okay, I'm off to work then.
I'm rooting for you.
Heather, she came to me.
Huh? Are you talking about Christine?
Yup. You know, today was rubbish day for burnables trash, so I left the house with garbage bags. Then she approached me at the rubbish dump. She said, "How dare your wife make you take the garbage out?"
Excuse me?
I told her that it was my choice to do so. I have no idea if she was paying attention, though, but the way she appeared, I'm sure she was waiting for me.
Yep, she's coming after you.
Yeah. Well, I'll just have to endure it until next month. I'll handle it. The biggest mission is to make sure she doesn't find out that we're making all these plans to shut her out.
Okay, got it.
Heather, Christine approached me again just like we thought. Like before, she approached me at the rubbish dump. She told me she was on her way to Hawaii.
Oh, I knew she would try to join our trip.
I'll leave just like we planned.
Okay, be careful on your way there.
Yup. You guys be careful too.
Hey, Heather, I thought you were going on a trip today. You're not with Thomas, huh? Hello, Christine. Yes, he had to travel separately due to some reasons. But why do you ask? Do you know why things turned out this way? He had something to do at his parents' house, so he'll come after he's done with that. Is there anything wrong with that? I see. I guess you're not aware of it yet. What is it? Listen, Thomas and I will be staying at the villa in Hawaii alone together. Huh? Hawaii? Actually, we were having dates secretly in front of the rubbish dump. Huh? It's all because you're a horrible wife who makes your husband go take out the trash. I comforted him, and now he's crazy about me. So, tonight, I'll spend a passionate night with your husband. I won't let anyone inside except for him, no matter what. You and your children can go stay at a cheap motel or something nearby. Hey, Christine. What? My family and I were just sitting down for a cup of tea at our hotel. What? I met up with my husband 30 minutes ago. Huh? But when I told Thomas that I would also be going to Hawaii this morning, he told me that we should both enjoy our trip. I guess he meant that he wants you to have fun on your own trip while he enjoys his. Huh? And we decided not to go to Hawaii for our trip. What? We wanted to see a view of the ocean while we relaxed in a hot spring, so we changed our plans and decided to go to Japan. Japan? And the villa we were planning to stay at in Hawaii? Huh? A taxi's coming this way. I knew it. Thomas is on his way to see me. I was about to believe your foolish lies. Oh, you almost got me. Huh? It's your husband who's on the taxi. What? What is going on? It says that my husband is the one who rented this villa. Remember, you said you wanted to go on a trip, so when I told your husband about it, he asked if we can let him have our reservation of the villa in Hawaii. Huh? When we checked with the reservation center, they said we could do that. We were planning to cancel anyways, so we decided to let him have it. Wait a minute. Don't tell me. Oh, you realized, huh? I've already told your husband about you making a move on my husband. What? I'm not making a move on him. Thomas and I love each other. It's always been your one-sided love since you were in high school. Huh? First of all, I thought Thomas refused to give you his number. He was afraid of you checking his phone, so he wanted to be extra careful, so we decided to meet every week in front of the rubbish dump. He's just going there to take out the trash. Huh? Okay, here's a message from my husband. I've never seen you that way in my life. First of all, I would never want to date an annoying woman like you. I hope you never approach me again. It's very annoying. That's what he said. I know you're making him say all that. We've also sent the message from my husband to your husband, who we exchanged contacts with. Huh? No way. If you can't believe me, ask him to show it to you. You have to be kidding. I thought my dream finally came true. Looks like you were being delusional from beginning to end. No way. I bet you're gonna have a huge fight with your husband, but you're in Hawaii. You should have some fun. We went home after our vacation was over, but we never saw Christine again. Actually, it turns out that not only her husband, but also her mother-in-law came to the villa in Hawaii, and seems like she got scolded for hours by her husband and mother-in-law, who were furious as demons. The next day, her own parents even arrived, and she got scolded for a long time again. She finally realized the reality of my husband having no feelings for her, and she lost her will to fight for him as well. She got a divorce while on vacation. Her parents broke relations with her, and her husband won custody over their children. Because of her huge misunderstanding, Christine lost everything. And I heard that she's spending every day in isolation and poverty at a cheap apartment in a faraway city.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
John? I think you're busy playing games, but can I talk to you for a second?
What? I'm working right now.
Okay, you call playing games working, huh?
Well, I play games for a living.
You said it yourself now.
Huh?
Okay, move out of the house as soon as possible.
Huh? Why?
It's been half a year since your grandfather passed away.
Yes?
Your family finished sorting out the inheritance.
So what?
You took advantage of that, and you've been playing games all day, not working, and shutting yourself in your room from early afternoon.
Huh?
I bet you think you'll be inheriting all the property that your father inherited after your grandfather's death, but how come you're not even trying to look for a job? When I asked your mother, she said you've been like this for years now. You're 32 already. You have to start working for a decent company now, or you'll never get a stable job. We can lend you some money for you to move out. You have to start being independent.
Listen, Miley, I've been telling you so many times, but I'm a game writer. I'm a freelancer, so I work from home, but I do have a job.
The fact that you say you play games for a living already proves that you're jobless.
Huh?
Only game companies play games for a living. I might not be an expert in this field, but I still know. I'm not naive like you, who doesn't know how society works and quibbles all the time. I feel sorry for you.
It's pretty normal for game companies to ask individuals to write game scenarios.
Okay, I won't believe your lies. Then I'll give you a month.
A month?
If you don't move out within a month, we've got other plans. By the way, your father, mother, and brother, who is my husband, all participated in the discussion to decide what to do with you. Remember that no one is on your side in this house.
My parents and my brother are all so stubborn.
A month might sound long, but it's actually shorter than you think. I advise you to find a room to move into and start packing your stuff. Okay, John, time's up.
What?
Don't be like that. A month has already passed.
Oh, about that. I'm not moving out.
I knew you would say that.
If you knew, I would just set a deadline for me to move out in the first place.
Nope, I wanted to test you.
Test me?
For the past month, you did not take any action. You never even bothered to look for a new place to move into. So, we decided that we'd move out instead. Actually, we all moved into a huge new house already.
Which huge house? Where?
No way I'm telling you. We moved out so that you, a social misfit, can learn to live independently and cut ties with you.
Huh? Cut ties with me?
We'll give you the house we used to live in. We're gonna move into a house way better than yours.
Give me... This house is mine to start with.
Okay, the house might be yours someday.
No, listen,
I don't want any excuses, so shut up. I'm so nice for letting you keep the house.
Nice?
You should have been the one to move out, but we decided to move out instead, so you better thank us. Oh, I've already cut ties with you, so I don't have to talk to you nicely anymore as an in-law. Listen, our family doesn't want a misfit like you. Taking care of a jobless nerd who plays around despite being in his 30s, a big no.
Okay, then I'll do whatever I want as well.
Yeah, go on and do whatever you want. As long as you don't come to us begging for help, we don't care what you do. Don't you ever come begging for help. Hey, John? What is happening?
What?
We're being told to move out of the huge house we live in now because it's going on sale. We never agreed to sell this house. You definitely did something.
Well, I guess I did.
I knew it was your fault. Explain to us what is going on. There is no way someone except for the owner of the house can decide to sell it. Don't tell me. You went against the law?
I'm impressed by your imagination, but looks like you don't know about the most important part.
Huh? What?
The house you're living in is under my name.
Huh? Wait, what are you saying? This house used to be under the name of your grandfather, and then your father, who was the only son, should have inherited it. What nonsense are you saying?
I guess you haven't heard anything from my brother or dad. Well, judging from how you reacted, you seem to have no idea. The two of them didn't even bother to sort these things out and made me go through the process alone, so I'm pretty sure they have no idea about who inherited what.
What are you talking about?
The reason why I was always at home is because I was looking after my sick grandpa.
Huh?
I bet you didn't know that because you married into the family after Grandpa was hospitalized.
What does that have to do with inheritance?
Actually, there was a time when Dad became the joint guarantor of his friend's debt.
Joint guarantor? No way.
His friend then ran away, so unfortunately, Dad had to be the one to pay back the debt, and it was Grandpa who paid on his behalf.
I never knew.
But in return for paying off the debt, he wanted me, who took care of him while he was sick, to inherit every property he owned.
Huh?
You were determined not to tell me the address of your new home, but you stole the key to the house that was supposed to be in the safe. It was easy to locate where you were.
No way.
Let me explain about all the misunderstandings you've been having. Were you planning to pay for the maintenance fee of the house using the money you thought Dad inherited?
Maintenance fee?
It's pretty costly to maintain the house, like maintaining the plants in the huge garden and paying for the property tax, not to mention the maintenance fee of the house itself. Because the house is huge, the fees are also going to be pretty expensive.
There's a maintenance fee?
Looks like you haven't thought about it. Well, I'm not good at keeping up with these annoying procedures, and now that I'm living alone, I decided to live a simple life, so I made a choice to sell all the real estate that I inherited under my name.
I see. It all makes sense now.
Huh?
That's why you didn't have to work. You knew you could live off your inheritance. That is unfair. Unfair!
I told you I'm a game writer.
That's what game companies do, not individuals.
Try searching for my full name on the internet.
Full name?
I use it for my job as a game writer. If you go to images, you should see photos of me that they took when I was interviewed for an online article. I think that would prove that I have a game-related job.
You're right. Photos of you are on the internet.
I've told you that I work and make my own money. I can still make a living without depending on my inheritance. By the way, I was the one paying for my parents' living expenses when we lived together. Not sure if you were aware of that, though. I bet you can only count on my brother's income now that you've moved out.
Huh?
But his annual salary is about half of mine, so you should be prepared to struggle financially from now on.
Wait a minute, I thought your parents lived on a pension and their retirement money?
Dad hasn't gotten a job since the company he worked for went bankrupt 5 years ago, and they're both 58, so they have no right to receive pension yet.
Then you should help us using the money you inherited.
Huh?
If you make so much money that you get interviewed and inherited all the money, it should be easy for you.
What are you saying?
Huh?
You're the one who wanted to cut ties with me.
Oh, let's pretend like it never happened.
I can't do that.
Huh?
Just move out of the house as soon as possible. Oh, by the way, I already sold the house we used to live in, so you can't move back in.
No way! Then where are you now?
I won't tell you.
Where are we supposed to go?
If you don't want to get affected, you could just go back to your parents, huh?
They've already cut ties with me.
Oh, really?
I kind of messed up in my hometown.
I see. But anyway, I need you guys to leave or I'll have to call the police for trespassing.
No way.
Looks like the threat to call the police worked pretty well, and my parents, my brother, and Miley had to leave the house 2 days later. According to my friend who lived in the neighborhood, they bragged about how rich they were, as if they were celebrities from the first day they moved in, and they quickly became the most hated family in the neighborhood. I heard that they live in a worn-out, cheap apartment now. Like that, I sorted out my real estate, and leaving the minimum amount of money I would need to support myself, I donated the rest to charity. My girlfriend I was engaged with happily supported my decision. I would wait for the best timing, get married to her, buy a house, and have children. I hope to put all my effort to establishing a happy family who I will protect for the rest of my life.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Good morning, Rosa Morgan. Who are you again? This is Whitney Page. I work at A Corporations, the company you're going to be joining. We exchanged phone numbers when you were accepted into the company. Do you remember?
Oh, I remember you. You were that woman, right?
I was assigned to teach you everything you need to know about the company and your job as a member of the department responsible for training new employees. I hope we can get along together starting today.
Oh, okay. And what do you want from me?
Today's supposed to be your first day of work. Where are you right now? You're already late as it is. The welcoming ceremony has already finished.
Yeah. I can't come in today because I need to take care of something else.
Huh? You're just going to skip work like that?
I told you that I wouldn't come in, so it should be fine, right?
Doesn't this mean that you were planning on just not coming to work without telling anyone if I hadn't contacted you?
It's no big deal. I'm only going to be absent for 1 day.
Miss Morgan, it's a rule of the company that you need to tell the supervisor if you're going to be absent.
What? A rule?
We need you to follow the rules if you're going to work here.
Do you recognize my last name or not? My father is the CEO of this company.
Yes, and what about it? Just because you're the CEO's daughter doesn't mean you deserve special treatment. We're going to have you undergo training just like the rest of the new employees, and we're going to have to warn you just like everyone else when we have to.
I don't have anything to learn from an old hag like you.
Well, I guess it's true that I'm older than you, who's 22 and just graduated from university, but that also means that I have more experience in society than you.
Is that so?
Anyways, you can't just not go to work for no reason. Please come to the office.
I told you already that I'm going to take a day off today.
Is it something so urgent that you couldn't attend the welcome ceremony?
I'm going shopping at the mall with my boyfriend.
What?
Oh, don't bother telling my father or something. Never mind, I'm going to tell him myself that you scolded me. You're going to regret rebelling against me, the daughter of the CEO, when you're just some low-ranking employee.
Whitney!
Good morning, President Morgan.
Is it true that you scolded my daughter? You know I'm the CEO, right? Come to my office right away!
All right, understood.
Hey, Whitney! It seems you left work early. Didn't you scold my daughter for not coming to work? And here you are ignoring your work and going home yourself.
I already submitted the form saying I was going to leave work early. I'm leaving work early to go to the doctor.
What, the doctor?
The inside of my mouth started bleeding when you punched me in the face. It also started swelling in the cheek, so I decided to go to the doctor.
Stop making such a big deal out of this! You're the one in the wrong for scolding my daughter in the first place! I only gave the proper punishment to one of my employees as the head of this company!
But wasn't I called to the office and punched in the face for scolding your daughter? After all I did was caution her for going absent without any reason?
Just who do you think you are? Rosa is the CEO of this company's only daughter!
Being absent without any prior notice is against the company rules. Your daughter is also an employee of this company starting today, so I only thought that it was my duty to warn her as the one responsible for her training. Also, giving Rosa special treatment is unfair, no matter how you look at it, and risks hurting the image of your company.
Who do you think you are talking so high and mighty like that? You're just a member of the training division. And not only is Rosa my daughter, but she's going to be the next CEO of this company.
The next CEO? Surely that hasn't been decided yet.
It's been decided by me, the current CEO of this company, which means that you're in no position to rebel against Rosa.
I'm not rebelling against Rosa. I'm just saying that she needs to do work just like the rest of us.
Anyways, you verbally abused Rosa, the daughter of the current CEO and also the next CEO of this company after me. You make a big deal even though all she did was not come to work without prior notice. For that, you're fired!
I see. I'm going to talk to my father about this incident.
Your father? Huh? And what use is that gonna be of? What's the father of a low-ranking employee like you gonna do?
Hi, Miss Page. I heard you were fired by my dad. I told you you would regret it. This is what happens when a low-ranking employee like you rebels against the CEO's daughter. This is valuable life experience for you, isn't it? Don't even try thinking of rebelling against me starting from tomorrow, alright?
Rosa, just what is the meaning of this? You were the daughter of one of the heads of our parent company?
Yes, that's true. Did you receive word from my father?
He came to see me himself. I wondered what the hell was going on when he told me that you were his daughter. I couldn't tell because your last names are different.
My parents divorced when I was in high school, and ever since I've been using my mother's last name. Even though my parents divorced, I meet my father regularly, so our relationship as father and daughter is fine.
Why did you hide something as important as this?
I wasn't really hiding it. I just didn't think I needed to tell everyone about it. I took the entrance examination for this company fair and square and was hired by my own merits.
Wait, I'm getting distracted. There's something much more important. At this rate, I'm going to lose my position as a CEO. That's why I contacted you in the first place.
Is that so?
Rosa, can you pretend like nothing ever happened?
Pretend like nothing ever happened?
That's right, I'll forget that you verbally abused my daughter, and I'll apologize for punching you in the face. Actually, no, I won't just apologize. I'll let you be my secretary, And I'll even double your salary. What do you say? That's a good deal, right?
And I was wondering what you were going to say.
What is it? You're not satisfied with just doubling your salary? Fine, I'll triple it. If that's not enough, I know, I'll let you marry me. I've already divorced my former wife, so I can marry you whenever you want. And marrying the daughter of one of the heads of our parent company will also ensure that I'm going to climb the corporate ladder in the future. So it's a win-win. This is a wonderful proposition that benefits both of us, don't you think?
I think you're forgetting something important. Do you really think that you can retain your current position after just having punched someone in the face for no good reason?
Huh? But don't you understand? I just made a proposition that will fix all of that.
You mean make me your secretary and also your wife?
Yes, exactly. I think this is a lucrative deal for you as well, am I wrong?
Actually, I'm quite disgusted by the idea.
What?
We've already decided what to do with you. I'm going to file a police report on you for punching me in the face. That's what I've decided.
Hold on!
I already have the certificate of diagnosis from the doctor.
But you don't have any proof that I'm the one who did it.
There are eyewitnesses.
Huh?
You completely didn't notice that when I entered your office, I left the door half open.
Huh? And what if you did?
When you called me to your office, I had one of my colleagues follow me and wait outside and secretly observe our conversation.
What?
That's what happened. I hope you understand now that I have everything I need to file a police report on you. Goodbye then.
Miss Page! You were the daughter of the head of our parent company? That's so unfair. You never said anything about it. The only reason my dad punched you was because you scolded me. It's your fault for verbally abusing me. It's so unfair. You're the one who's wrong, but you just used your father's position to turn the tables on us. But since I'm so kind, I'll forgive you. If you forgive my father in turn, then I'll let you be my secretary when I become the CEO of this company. What do you say? This is a wonderful deal, right?
I think you should go to bed first, because what you're saying sounds like something one would say in their sleep.
Huh?
Miss Morgan, it seems like you've made quite a few misunderstandings. While it's true that I relied on my father to take care of this incident, it doesn't change the fact that your father punched me in the face after all I did was caution you for taking leave without notice. I even had to go to the doctor because of it. Don't you think that it's natural to ask your parents for help in such a situation?
Well, I guess that's true.
It just so happens that the victim's father was one of the heads of this company's parent company, and that your father, the assailant, was the company's CEO. Because of this coincidence, the leaders of the parent company are now asking themselves whether they can let someone who just punches other people in the face for no good reason in charge of a company. Not only is your father's capability of running a company being put into question, but so is his integrity as a human being.
Does that mean that my dad might not be the CEO anymore?
Yes, it does mean that.
But that also means that I won't be the CEO of this company either.
The next CEO of this company wasn't decided to be you in the first place.
What?
Your father. During the first year he was in office as CEO, things ran smoothly in the company, even if there weren't exactly any major achievements. But the moment the daughter he loved so much joined the company, he became, well, like that. You could even say he became a different person. I still don't understand what makes people undergo such massive changes.
I don't care about all of that. I want you to cooperate in making sure my dad doesn't lose his position as the CEO of this company. If you're the daughter of the head of the parent company, then something like that should be easy for you. Right?
After all this, you still don't understand the situation your father is in.
What do you mean by that?
I'll tell you this one more time. I think you should go to bed, because what you're saying sounds like something one would say in their sleep.
Huh?
Well then, goodbye. After that, I turned in the police report on Mr. Morgan. I didn't bother with an out-of-court settlement since he didn't seem to show any remorse for his actions. I made him pay an alimony after making sure this offense was filed on his record. I heard rumors that he was forced to go into debt because of this. After the incident, of course, his daughter Rosa lost her position in the company as the daughter of the CEO and was now just a new employee. Worse than that, everyone knew about how she didn't come to work on her first day for no good reason, and how her father was the former CEO with a criminal record. She was basically forced to quit because of all of this. She started working multiple part-time jobs from day to night to support both herself and her father, who could no longer find any job of his own. But one day the two of them just disappeared, and apparently no one knows where they are now.
Well then, Melody, that's all for now.
Yeah, Hayden.
The flight tomorrow is after 7 a.m., right?
Yes, that's right. There's a diner near the hotel where I'm staying that opens at 6 a.m., so I plan to have breakfast there before heading to the airport.
I see. Sorry that I can't see you off.
It's okay. You've got work, right? Besides, it's not like we'll never see each other while we're living apart.
Yeah, that's true. My work as a dance instructor is likely to pick up on that side of things.
And we've already had a solid discussion about our future plans. Since I'll be over there, I'll make sure to keep moving forward with all the preparations and paperwork I can handle.
Got it. Thanks a lot.
Serves you right. Riley, what's this about serves you right? I heard Dad told you about the separation and now you're homeless, right? Excuse me? When Dad remarried that older, poor woman 5 years ago, I was seriously shocked, but now, look at you, abandoned by him. And a divorce is probably coming soon. Okay, yes, we did start living separately, but that's because of our work schedules. And just to clear things up, I've actually signed a lease for my apartment in this area, so I'm definitely not homeless. What's a part-time housewife who depended on Dad's income talking about? Plus, now that you're separated, it looks like you've moved out of this area, so you won't even be able to continue your part-time job. In other words, unemployed. That means you're homeless, right? Listen, that's not it. My job isn't part-time, and I earn enough on my own. Right, you're saying you've got your own income now, huh? But wasn't it because you were getting allowances from Dad before? Acting like you've earned it all by yourself? I can't stand women who act like they've achieved something when it's just Dad's money. Has Dad never told you anything about my work? Isn't it a part-time job at a convenience store? I've actually seen you serving customers at that convenience store by S Station. The convenience store is a family business, actually. It's something my family runs, and sometimes I help out when part-time students need a hand, during exam periods or when the store is short-staffed. So you're just filling in during your usual part-time hours, right? It's still the same low income you've had all along, just with a little more work. Don't make it sound like you're doing something impressive. I've told you already I'm not working part-time. Oh, I get it. That whole thing about I'm a business owner, was that a big lie you've been telling yourself? You're still going on about that fantasy? There's no way a woman who dropped out of school could ever be in charge of something, right? Forget it. No matter how much I explain, we just keep going in circles with this conversation. Anyway, it's only 1 more year, right? 1 year? I think you should start preparing for life after high school, too. Huh? What do you mean? What are you talking about? Hayden, about Riley.
Oh, Melody, what's up?
There was a property I'd been looking into in the area, and it's just been listed for sale.
Oh, really?
I was thinking of scheduling a viewing to coincide with your visit next week. How does that sound?
Sounds good. Please go ahead and arrange it.
Got it.
Wait, actually, sorry, Melody.
What's wrong?
It seems like Riley said something strange.
Ah, you mean the misunderstanding about the reason for the separation?
Yeah, she's under the impression that I started living separately with the intention of getting a divorce, and no matter how much I explain, she doesn't get it. She kept interrupting me while I was talking, saying things like, "It's not like you have to defend him now," and "I'm an adult now, so I understand the grown-up stuff. I'm fine." She just kept laughing and dismissing everything I said. She doesn't listen to anything. She's so much like her mother in that regard.
Well, I haven't exactly made my job clear to her, so I guess it's understandable that she might be confused.
Yeah, that can't be helped. I used to work at that dance school, and I've mentioned that a famous idol trained there before their debut, and things got blown out of proportion because of it. I got caught up in all that mess.
I was even asked to get 30 idols' autographs without anyone even asking me directly.
That was tough to turn down, wasn't it? Even after I told them I was a different course instructor and had no contact with the idols, they wouldn't listen. It was such a hassle.
And Riley still doesn't seem to understand what's wrong with it. She doesn't get it at all.
As for you, I could never tell her about the company you run or how you managed to save $3 million by the time you're in your 40s. That kind of income is something I can't share with anyone.
I don't think anyone else would have the courage to talk about your savings. But if there's ever a chance to bring up the company, I guess it'll have to wait until after the promised day, a year from now.
Yeah.
It's been a year, you poor girl. Finished your graduation ceremony today, huh? Oh, right. Congratulations on graduating. Well, I'm moving now. Gotta pack up. Oh, I see. So you've been preparing for this. Of course. What do you think? I'm going to live in a mansion in the heart of the city while attending university. What? We bought a mansion, you know. Dad was so happy he was practically dancing. Do you know that they bought a house in the city? I overheard you talking about it on the phone with someone. You heard that? Dad was trying to keep it a surprise for me, but of course I knew. He's my dad, after all. Riley, can you please stop? What do you mean? Are you saying you don't want to live with me anymore? You should be getting a divorce soon, right? That's not what I meant. What I'm asking is this. Do you really think you can afford the mortgage on that house with Hayden's income? What? I'm just going to be blunt here. Don't get mad, but that house, it's in my name. No way. Sure, Hayden's successful as a dance instructor and his income is a bit higher than the average for his age, but there's no way he makes enough to buy a mansion in the heart of the city. I don't want to explain this further, so I'll just pass the baton to Hayden now. Huh? Wait, are you with Dad right now? Why?
Riley!
Papa? Hey, why are you with Melody, who's supposed to be getting a divorce?
I never said we were getting a divorce.
What? Wait a minute, but you've been separated for a whole year now. When you say separated, doesn't that usually mean that a divorce is just around the corner?
It's not like that. It's a temporary separation, just due to work commitments.
Temporary? Work commitments? But Melanie doesn't even have a job now, right? Isn't she unemployed? And she doesn't have anywhere to stay, does she? She's probably homeless right now, isn't she?
You really don't listen, do you?
What do you mean?
I've told you so many times that Melody is a business owner. What I'm about to tell you now is something I haven't shared before, but she runs an entertainment production company.
An entertainment production company?
Yes. Until now, she's mainly been operating the company out of regional offices. However, her talents and performers have been increasingly getting jobs in New York City, so we decided it was the right time to relocate the headquarters there. I, too, will have more freedom once I finish some commitments in about a year, and I'm planning to start working for Melody's company. So we've been preparing for the company move, both personally and professionally. That's why we had to have this separation for a year.
But didn't you two have some kind of falling out?
Riley, you've been twisting the story to fit your own view, constantly belittling Melody and insulting her. You've started to sound just like your mother, the one who destroyed our family.
Wait, are you talking about Mom?
You know that your mother's affair was the real reason for our divorce. And I also explained to you that I'm not your biological father.
Well, I know that. But still, I was born when you and Mom were married, right? That means officially, on paper, you're still my father, right? So I'm your daughter, isn't that right?
No, not anymore. On paper, I'm no longer your father.
What?
When your real father, the man your mother had an affair with, was confirmed, there was a process that allowed for legal changes. So, Riley, as of now, there is no longer any record of me being your father.
What are you talking about? Then why did you take me in? When Mom disappeared with some guy, you were the one who took me in.
We explained this when we took you in, but the truth is it was actually your maternal grandparents who took you in first.
What? Huh?
Yes, your grandparents were getting older and were concerned about their health. But despite everything that happened, they couldn't bear the thought of sending their own granddaughter to an orphanage or an institution. They knew the situation was complicated, but in the end, they turned to me, your former stepfather, because they felt I was the right person to take care of you.
Wait, so it was them, not you?
That's right. But they were concerned about their ability to take care of you, especially as they were getting older and facing health issues. They knew that they couldn't properly look after you with their declining health, so they turned to me. But even though I had no obligation to raise you, I didn't want to refuse their request. After thinking it through and discussing it with Melody, we decided that we would take care of you until you graduated high school.
Hold on. You're saying that today is my graduation day, right? Today?
Yes, exactly. We made that arrangement long ago, and we even signed the necessary papers to make it official. This wasn't just something we decided on a whim. It was a promise, and it was all legally documented.
I don't remember that.
I know you don't remember it, but the documents are real, and they're there. You can't deny that.
Wait, seriously?
Yes, it's all in the documents. So, while you were off at your graduation, I went ahead and packed up all your things. I've already left. I'm in New York City now.
What? You're already there?
Yes, I've already moved. I was only waiting for this moment for you to graduate. And now, it's time for me to go.
Wait, so that means you're saying I have to move out now? Like, right away?
Yes, I'd appreciate it if you could vacate the house soon. You've been living in my place for a while now, and with everything that's happened, it's time for you to find your own place.
Wait, hold on a second. I thought I was supposed to be living with you in the big house in New York City. That house I thought was for all of us to live in together. You never told me that this would happen. What am I supposed to do now? I don't have anywhere to go.
I'm afraid you need to figure that out on your own. I've already made the necessary arrangements on my end, and now it's time for you to step up. I'm sure you can manage. After all, you've been living here for years, and now it's time for you to learn to be independent. I understand this may be difficult for you, but it's something you'll need to do eventually. This is just the first step.
But Papa, this doesn't make sense. I thought I would be part of the family and we'd all stay together. How could you just leave me like this?
It's not about leaving you behind. It's about fulfilling our promises and living up to what was agreed upon. The truth is, I've already moved on, and now it's time for you to do the same.
Papa? Why won't you answer me? Melody! Hey, I just wanted to tell you that I'm moving into the mansion you bought. Finally, I have been freed from those days of constant meaningless insults. And to be honest, I am feeling so relieved right now, it's almost overwhelming. I can't even begin to describe how stressful those days were, but now that they're over, I realize just how much weight I've been carrying on my shoulders. What? And I found out that I'm pregnant. Pregnant? Yes, of course, it's Hayden's child. It's going to be a high-risk pregnancy because I'm in my 40s, so I'm being extra cautious about everything. Anything that might cause stress, I'm cutting it out of my life, no questions asked. I was the one who caused stress? I need you to realize just how much you've contributed to all of this. Oh. So with that said, I'll be leaving now. The following day, Riley found herself heading towards her maternal grandparents' house, located about a 15-minute walk from where she had been staying. The house was familiar to her, and despite the emotional turmoil she was experiencing, it felt like the only place left to turn to for support. She had a strained but present relationship with her grandparents, having seen them on several occasions over the years, though it was not one based on deep emotional closeness. Regardless, it felt like the best option given the circumstances. She had no real plan. The only thing that was certain was her sense of desperation. As Riley walked towards their house, the path felt longer than it usually did, perhaps because of the weight of her situation was now so much more apparent. Her mind raced, and she struggled to push away the overwhelming emotions and confusion that had taken over her. She wasn't just carrying her physical belongings, but a heavy burden of uncertainty, rejection, and feelings of abandonment. Every step she took towards her grandparents' house seemed to carry an invisible weight on her shoulders, one she couldn't shake off no matter how hard she tried. When Riley finally arrived at the house, she was greeted by her grandparents, but there was something noticeably distant in their response. It wasn't an unkind reception, but it lacked the warmth she had hoped for. After all, she had come here expecting that, in a moment of crisis, family would offer some solace. Instead, there was an awkwardness in the air, a hesitation that immediately made her question whether this had been the right decision. Her grandparents were elderly, and though they had been kind to her in the past, the situation she now found herself in felt far different from the one in which they had once provided support. It became clear to Riley that her visit was not going to be as simple as she imagined. Although she had expected some help, the reality was harsher than she had hoped. 6 months prior, her uncle's family had moved in with her grandparents, and the dynamics of the household had changed dramatically. What had once been a relatively quiet, stable environment was now filled with additional people, which added to the already tense atmosphere. Her uncle, his wife, and their children were all now living under the same roof, and the strain on everyone's patience was visible. Riley's grandparents, while seemingly understanding of her predicament, had also been dealing with their own challenges and were not in a position to offer her the kind of help she needed. Her uncle, who had become more of a fixture in their home, made it very clear from the moment she arrived that he had no intention of offering her any assistance. His coldness was unmistakable, and his words were harsh. He bluntly told Riley that there was no room for her there, and if she wanted to stay, she would have to leave within 3 weeks. The ultimatum was final, and there was no room for negotiation. Devastated and shocked, Riley was left standing in front of her grandparents' house with her belongings scattered around her. It felt like a betrayal, a complete abandonment by the family she had always known. She could hardly believe that she was being treated this way. She had hoped for understanding, for a chance to rebuild her life with the support of those who had watched her grow up. But instead, she was being pushed away with no regard for her struggles. Riley's world had crumbled, and she was left to pick up the pieces alone. The days passed, and Riley struggled to come to terms with the situation. It wasn't just the rejection that was hard to bear. It was the overwhelming sense of hopelessness that seemed to follow her everywhere. For weeks, she stayed at her grandparents' house trying to convince herself that there was still a way out, that there was some possibility for reconciliation. But the more she tried to make sense of everything, the more she realized that she was fighting a losing battle. The 3-week deadline loomed over her, and the thought of being kicked out with nowhere to go was terrifying. In the midst of all this, Riley suddenly remembered something crucial, something she had completely forgotten in all the chaos of the past few weeks. She had been planning to attend university, and part of her plan had been that her father, Hayden, would pay for her admission fees. She had never even considered that Hayden might not be willing to support her. It was an assumption she had made out of habit, but the reality hit her like a ton of bricks when she realized the payment deadline had already passed. By the time the thought crossed her mind, it was too late. The window of opportunity had closed, and she had missed her chance. The weight of this realization was unbearable. Riley felt as if everything she had worked toward, her education, her future, was now slipping through her fingers. She had been counting on Hayden to help her, and now it seemed that her dream of going to university was nothing more than a distant fantasy. The emotional toll of it all broke her. Desperation and panic set in as she rushed to her grandparents and uncle, begging them for help. "If I don't pay the fees, I won't be able to graduate. I'll just be a high school graduate with no future," she cried. But instead of compassion, she was met with cold indifference. Her uncle's response was a sharp rebuke. He told her that it wasn't their responsibility to fix her problems and that she needed to figure things out on her own. The complete lack of empathy stung deeply, and Riley felt her heart shatter as she realized that no one was going to help her. It was as if she had become invisible to them, a burden that they no longer cared to bear. The rejection didn't stop there. In the cruelest of gestures, her belongings were thrown out onto the front lawn. Everything she had, her clothes, her books, her personal items, were discarded without a second thought. The message was clear. She was no longer welcome, no longer part of the family. It was a stark reminder of how quickly everything could change, how easily people could turn their backs on you when you needed them the most. Riley left her grandparents' house with no real destination in mind. She had no plan, no idea where she was going, but she knew she couldn't stay there. She headed south, far from the place she had once called home, and she disappeared from their lives. Her family was left to wonder what had become of her. No one knew where she had gone or what had happened to her. The last anyone heard, she was on her way to an uncertain future, a future that seemed more and more hopeless as the days passed. What happened to Riley after she left her grandparents' house remains a mystery. Some say she headed to a nearby city. Others think she might have reached out to distant relatives or friends. But in the end, no one knew for sure. The girl who had once dreamed of a bright future was now a lost soul, wandering through a world that seemed increasingly indifferent to her struggles. Her story, once full of hope, had now become a tale of abandonment, of rejection by the people she had once trusted. And as time passed, Riley's future seemed more and more uncertain, a future that was now hers to navigate alone. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Lily, I'm sorry, but could you lend me $5,300?
Dexter, what the hell? A college student suddenly asking for $5,300? Are you serious?
It's for tuition.
Excuse me? Explain yourself. I thought your university's tuition wasn't something you'd have to worry about like this. What's going on?
My university requires the entire year's tuition to be paid up front. That's why the amount is so high.
You've got to be kidding me. Come on, Dexter, you were the one who said you didn't want to rely on scholarships because they made you nervous. You promised that you'd work hard and earn enough to cover everything during your time in college. If I remember correctly, didn't you have a whole plan to manage your expenses after your first year? Even if I'm your sister, this isn't the kind of money I can just hand over on a whim.
I know, Lily. Believe me, I didn't want to ask you for this either. I'm desperate. I feel like I'm grasping at straws here. I have no one else to turn to, and the deadline is fast approaching.
There's more to this story, isn't there? Fine, let's meet up and talk about it in person. I'll hear you out. Meet me at the family restaurant on the 5th floor of the F Station Mall. We'll discuss it over dinner.
I don't even have enough money to eat out.
It's fine. I'll cover that at least.
Thank you. I really appreciate it, Lily. I owe you big time. I'll tell you everything when we meet, I promise.
You better. Don't try to gloss over anything, all right?
Yeah, I'll be honest. I know this is a huge inconvenience for you. I'm sorry.
Lily, I heard you switched jobs and got a pay raise. Isn't it time you increased the amount you're sending to the family? You were the one who defied us and left home when you started college. It's about time you repay your parents for raising you, don't you think? Show some gratitude. Hi, Mom. Long time no talk. And of course, it's another message about money. You know, you really don't give up, do you? Even though you know I'll say no. If you want money, why don't you get a job? It's embarrassing enough that neither you nor Dad are working. How dare you speak to me like that? I'm just giving you a chance to be a good daughter and show some filial piety. You should appreciate the opportunity. Maybe I'll reduce the amount I send to 10 cents from now on. Excuse me, that is clearly a typo, right? You meant to say you'd increase it to $1,000, didn't you? No typo, I meant 10 cents. What the hell? Living alone comes with a lot of expenses, you know. Plus, I'm still paying off my student loans. Honestly, I shouldn't even be sending anything to you at all. And speaking of this gratitude you keep bringing up, let's clear something up. In case you forgot, I paid for my high school tuition myself. I worked part-time jobs to cover it. Wait, what? Yeah, you heard me. And for college, I relied entirely on scholarships to get by. And as I mentioned, I am still paying these loans off. Let's not forget, when I was a kid, it wasn't you or Dad who made sure I had food to eat. It was Grandma, who passed away 6 months ago, who took care of me. To be honest, I don't really feel like I owe you anything for raising me. It's normal for grown children to take care of their parents. That's how it's supposed to be. Maybe so, but I think only parents who actually did their part in raising their kids get to make that argument. You are unbelievable. Look at your brother Dexter. He is paying his own $5,300 tuition. Why can't you be more like him? Excuse me? What? He's your younger brother, yet he's managing his finances. Meanwhile, you, as the older sibling, are only offering 10 cents as support. Are you trying to mock us? Wait a second. That $5,300? That was me. I lent it to Dexter. What? I just spoke to your father. He said the $5,300 we paid at the time of Dexter's college enrollment was definitely deposited into Dexter's account. Why are you snooping through Dexter's bank records without his permission? And recently your father said Dexter gave him $6,000 too. Do you honestly believe that money was meant for Dad? Are you seriously that naive? Your father is furious. He says it's ungrateful for you not to increase the amount you send to us. What kind of daughter are you? I'm already sending $500 a month, aren't I? Are you actually pushing me to cut it down to 10 cents? Well, your father said, then stop sending anything at all. Even those measly 10 cents aren't worth it. He even joked that Dexter seems to be doing just fine earning money, so we will rely on him instead. Unbelievable. You're seriously planning to mooch off a college student now? But I can't wrap my head around it. But you know what? This might actually be a good opportunity to bring up something I've been meaning to discuss with Dad. And since you're here, I'll fill you in too. What are you talking about? The $5,300 Dad mentioned was indeed for Dexter's first year of tuition, but the $5,300 I'm talking about is something entirely different. It's the amount Dexter worked hard to save this year for his second year's tuition. He took on multiple part-time jobs to cover it himself. Wait, what? Let me explain. When Dexter started college, Grandma and I stepped in to help with the initial costs, including his enrollment fee and first-year tuition. We knew it was too much for a high schooler to handle alone. However, from the second year onward, Dexter was determined to pay his way. He promised to earn and save enough through his part-time jobs, but then Dad, who apparently has no sense of boundaries, found out Dexter was working extra hours and saving diligently. Dad showed up unannounced at Dexter's apartment one day, let himself in, rummaged through his belongings, and discovered a savings account with about $6,000. That account, by the way, was specifically set up to cover Dexter's tuition and apartment rent. But Dad, being Dad, somehow convinced himself that it was money Dexter intended to send to you and him. So what did he do? He withdrew every single cent without asking. Excuse me? Yeah, Dexter made the mistake of using an easy-to-guess PIN, which is partly on him, I'll admit. But because of that, he's now facing a tuition payment crisis. He couldn't pay the $5,300 for the upcoming year and had no choice but to turn to me for help. With no other option, he swallowed his pride and asked me to lend him the money. I can't believe this. Well, believe it. I couldn't let him drop out of school over something like this, so I paid the tuition for him. Now, thanks to Dad's selfish actions, both Dexter and I are left financially strapped for the foreseeable future. We're both going to be living frugally for a while. This can't be happening. And because of all this, I've decided to stop sending money to you entirely. As for Dexter, I'm under no illusion that he'll be in any position to support anyone else, let alone you and Dad. He's focused on rebuilding his savings and getting through college. Wait a minute, you can't just stop sending money. We rely on it. Without it, we're in big trouble. Up until now, your father has been living off the inheritance he got from your grandfather. And when your grandfather passed away 6 months ago, we used her inheritance too. But that's all gone now. You blew through Grandma's inheritance? That's bad enough, but to think you've already burned through Grandma's inheritance too, less than 6 months after her passing? What is wrong with you two? Do you even realize how irresponsible that is? Oh, don't you dare lecture me. We used most of the inheritance for Dexter. He's the eldest son and the rightful heir of this family. Everything we did was for him. Oh, please, let's not kid ourselves. Anything important involving Dexter was either paid for by Grandpa or Grandma. You two were just along for the ride. What are you trying to say? I'm saying that now that the money you've been relying on has run out, Dexter has finally realized what kind of mess he's in. He's doing his best to stand on his own 2 feet and build a future for himself. So I'm I'm telling you, don't interfere with his efforts.
Lily, you didn't give Dad and Mom your apartment address, right? And I'm pretty sure you didn't tell them where you work either.
Yeah, I didn't. Why?
Can I stay with you for a while? Just temporarily, I promise.
What's going on?
Dad and Mom showed up at my place uninvited. They've moved in.
What?
Apparently, they blew through Grandma's inheritance and fell behind on rent for the house. They got evicted.
You've got to be kidding me. Wait, so the house wasn't theirs? It was a rental?
Yeah, it was. I guess I overlooked that detail, too. Anyway, it's gotten to the point where they've stopped caring about appearances entirely. They've started trying to take cash from my wallet when I'm not looking, and even tried pawning my stuff.
Are you serious? After everything they've said about loving you as the eldest son and heir, they're treating you like this?
From what I've gathered, they've been relying on loans to cover living expenses for the past few months.
Loans?
And yet they're showing zero signs of trying to get jobs. They're clearly counting on me to support them. Dad even asked me when my next paycheck is coming in. At this rate, it's only a matter of time before they take my money outright. I might have to drop out of college just to